Well, it is officially hockey season that has begun for India, and unfortunately, it has not gotten off to a great start because breaking news in the FIH Pro League encounter that has happened between India and Spain at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. India has suffered a 3-1 loss in their FIH Pro League opener. Now, this season of the FIH Pro League is very, very important when you have to look at the World Cup that will be held in Belgium and Netherlands in August 2026. India will be playing a total of 8 matches in the next 10 days from February 15th to February 25. And because of this, they have to win most of their games here, but their campaign has started off on a bad note with India losing 1-3 to Spain in the FIH Hockey Pro League opener. Now, things started very good for India in the first half because it was Sukhjeet who managed to score from a penalty corner, and India held the advantage at this point in time. But then Lakaye managed to equalize, and then from Kobos and all the other individuals were there, Kobos got the advantage back, and then towards the fair end in the fourth quarter, Spain made it 3-1. And because of that, now India has started their FIH Pro League on the worst possible note. This edition of the FIH Pro League 2024 and 2025 is very, very important for India because whoever tops the FIH Pro League, they will now go into the direct qualification for the World Cup. It was kind of a bittersweet day when you look at it because if the India men's team managed to lose, then Navneet starred in India women managing to beat England 3-2 in their FIH Pro League opener. India, when you look at the women's team, they managed to beat the Great Britain side 3-2, but the men's team have unfortunately managed to lose 1-3, and because of that, India women may have made a great start, but India women's team has unfortunately not managed to. They have managed to do it well. Sure, many people will say that India managed to get the revenge for what happened in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics when they missed out on a bronze medal by a whisker. They lost 4-3 to Great Britain at that time, but India only made things worse for themselves by ensuring that they did not qualify for 2024 Paris. The men, on the other hand, they seem to be riding high on the momentum that is there because they had dominated the Asian Championships. They dominated everything, but unfortunately, they could not manage to do it. So that is why it is a case of two revenge when you look at it. The India women's team managed to take their revenge against Great Britain, but Spain in the men's team have taken their revenge against India. And that is why the revenge saga is complete today when you look at the FIH Pro League at this stage. Now, India have a very tough calendar that is there ahead of them in the FIH Pro League because now, next 10 days, they'll be playing 8 matches against 4 nations. The India leg that will happen at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar will have 2 matches versus Spain. India managed to lose this one against Spain. Tomorrow, they will have a return leg also against Spain. Then, after a day's gap, they are taking on World Cup winners Germany. Now, Germany had come to India for 2 test matches, and in that combined, they managed to win that series as well. So, in India versus Germany, it is a grudge match there. Then, after a day's gap, you're taking on Ireland, and then you're taking on England. These are the last, if you look at it, Great Britain. So, you got 8 games, 1 day gap. 10 days, you're going to see these two, India collide with the 4 powers that is there. They have to maximize their home comforts as much as possible because when they go away in June for the overseas leg, that time their opponents are going to be Argentina, Netherlands, Australia, and Belgium. And Harsh AG, you're pointing out why New Zealand withdrew from the Pro League. New Zealand got relegated, my friend. They finished last in the Pro League last year, and because of that, whoever gets relegated, they get dumped down to the FIH Nations League Cup. Whoever tops the Nations League Cup, they will advance to the Pro League. So New Zealand did not withdraw from the Pro League. They were relegated into the Nations League. And that is why now New Zealand, the Black Sticks won't be available for this edition of the Pro League. So India, when you look at it, they needed to get their home campaign off to a great start, but unfortunately they have lost 3-1. Sukhjeet was the star, but Krishan Bahadur Pathak, he had a torrid time. The defense was being put under immense pressure by the Spanish players, and that is why they managed to lose out. So that is why it wasn't a good start. So India have lost 3-1 to Spain in the FIH opener. One hopes that they can bounce back in the next leg, which is there tomorrow. If India win, then they have gotten their campaign back on track. Remember, India need to win the FIH Pro League in order to get direct entry into the World Cup that will happen in Belgium, Netherlands. But if that can't happen, they will then have to win the Asia Cup. And that's a longer qualifying route when you look at it for the World Cup. India have not won the World Cup for 50 years. That's a huge amount of time. So India in the FIH Pro League now has started very badly. 1-3 loss to Spain. Let's hope that they can get further things at this point in time. So at this stage, when you look at it, Harsh, women's won. They got the Olympics revenge. Spain got the revenge. Yes, that's what I point out. That was a revenge saga. Why New Zealand withdrew from the Pro League? Please recheck, please. Ireland was relegated and New Zealand won the Nations Cup, but New Zealand withdrew and Ireland was replaced. Well, I have to check out then. Why on earth the Black Sticks withdrew from the Pro League? Is it because of some other turmoil or whatever it is? I have to check that out. But as far as I remember, Ireland managed to make it. New Zealand, I think, finished last in the Pro League last season, which is why I think they got kind of relegated in that sense. So I'll have to check that out. So I'll just ensure that I do a separate thing on that. So yes, bad start for India in the FIH Pro League, down 1-3 to Spain. Let's hope that they can bounce back tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, they will be playing Spain in the second match. After that, there is a one-day gap. They'll take on Germany at this stage. After Germany, they'll take on Ireland and they'll take on Great Britain and ensure that their campaign is done. They will then go overseas in June for a fortnight, where they will take on Argentina, Netherlands, Australia, and Belgium. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.